Hello, welcome. Today I will read from my book, my grimoire called Gusion, the hymnal book of the seer, the voice of the lion that roars through time. It is a book inspired by the book of King Solomon called Ars Goetia, and Gusion is one of the spirits that King Solomon describes in his book. And throughout my grimoire, I wanted to give a voice to Gusion, to this very wise celestial lion that he represents. He's a very powerful spirit that carries a lot of wisdom. It is said that he carries all the keys, he has all the answers. And the description of the book reads, Gusion, a celestial lion, a fallen realm, and a name whispered in forgotten tongues. When ancient gates open and the stars shift, one soul must walk the path between judgment and salvation. Gusion is a tale of prophecy, celestial beasts, and a fragile light buried within us all. The book is found on Amazon internationally, called Gusion, written by me, Anaïs Giulia. I'm the author of this book, and I would like to read for us a few pages from the book. I opened at page 133. My door is cold. All roads are lies. I speak loud, so everyone can hear me. I roar. I am without fear. Gusion, hear me now. The night was deep and still. Stars scattered like shards of glass across the velvet sky. In the center of an ancient stone circle, the air shimmered with a slow, growing heat. Before the circle stood Lyra, trembling with anticipation and awe. From the shadows stepped a figure, majestic, fierce, and calm beyond all measure. His eyes burned with amber fire, reflecting the constellations above. The air thickened as Gusion spoke, his voice rolling like thunder, yet soft like a whisper carried on the wind. I am the master of the keys, he declared, stepping forward with regal grace. Keys of things untold, unseen, untasted by the naked eye. The secrets hidden in the folds of time and space, those you cannot perceive with mortal senses. He raised a hand, and the air before them rippled as visions appeared, swirling images of forgotten empires, shattered stars, and veils of shadow lifting from the earth. The fear of the heart, Gusion continued, his gaze piercing into Lyra's soul, is the greatest prison. It blinds the seeker from the ancient lore that courses through the veins of the world. You must understand, seeing is not enough. To truly know, you must grasp the magic of time itself, the eternal river that flows forward and backward. His voice softened and he looked skyward. When the voice sings, it is a call to those brave enough to answer. Fear nothing. I have been here before, through wars, through ruin, through dawns yet to break. I do not refuse what is to come. I claim it, as I have claimed my place across the ages. The ground trembled lightly beneath their feet. Flame danced at his fingertips, not to consume, but to illuminate. Another war looms, another weak link threatens the chain of existence. If I told you the truth, would you believe me? I have wept and cried for the fate of mortals, yet I made it all seem simple, a tree rooted and still, when truly it is the heart of a storm. Gusion's form shifted, his eyes glowing brighter as he spoke with growing intensity. I am the lion that was never killed, the eternal flame that cannot be extinguished. Enough is enough. I have told you the truth, and yet you call me a liar. Heresy! What more do you want? The lion that roars knows the past, the present, and the future. All keys lie in my hand. His roar shattered the silence, powerful and commanding. See who I am. I am power incarnate, the heart, the fire, the wisdom. I do not ask permission, I demand you ask and I shall answer. Do not turn away, for enough is enough. Who do you think I am? Lyra's breath caught as he stepped closer, the fire in his eyes warming the cold night. I will tell you the truth, Gusion said softly. Whether you believe it or not matters not to me. Walk away and you will see. The wood is bigger than the tree. I am legend. I am the powerful Gusion. He spread his arms wide, the stars seeming to bend toward him. I am the heart lion, the fierce lion, the aggressive lion. Knowledge is dangerous. Knowing is suffering. But I am enough. My mouth devours time. My allegiance is ancient and unbreakable. If you say yes, be ready. If you desire, be ready. If you ask me, be ready. I will tell you who I am. The flames coalesced into a great golden lion behind him, its eyes blazing with eternal light. I am the powerful Gusion. My roar is fierce. I am a warrior. Say yes, and you will be transformed. Fear not to lose what you have never truly been. I will make you who you truly are. His voice dropped to a rumble, filled with the weight of ages. Believe, say yes, and you will understand your power. Say yes, and you will receive your answers. The lion's roar echoed through the stones as Gusion's form shimmered, a promise of strength, knowledge, and truth beyond mortal limits. I am power, I am the one. 8 is my number, I move fast, I whisper things no one knows. If you think I can't, you are mistaken. My reign is power. His eyes locked with Lyra's once more, unblinking, eternal. Who do you think I am? I am Gusion, the wise lion. Be warned. Say yes, and I will appear. I will tell you things that have never happened, things no one knows. The stars above pulsed with light. As the moment stretched, the fate of the seeker balanced on the edge of a word, yes or no. The golden lion behind Gusion roared once more, shaking the earth beneath their feet, its fierce light casting long shadows over the ancient stones. Lyra's heart thundered, torn between fear and awe. The power before them was overwhelming. This was no mere spirit or guardian, but a force older than the stars themselves. The very air thrummed with potential. For a moment silence fell. Then, with steady breath and trembling hands, Lyra whispered, yes. The word echoed like a sacred vow. The lion's roar softened to a warm rumble, as if approving. So be it, Gusion said, his voice a low melody of power and promise. You have chosen to walk the path beyond sight and shadow. To know what is hidden, you must first see beyond the veil. With a graceful movement, Gusion swept his hand through the air. Around them, the 4 elements began to awaken. Earth rising as rich soil beneath their feet, air swirling gently in invisible currents, fire flickering with a golden flame, and water shimmering in droplets suspended in the air. The dance of elements, Gusion began, is not to command but to harmonize. Earth grounds you. Air frees your mind. Fire ignites your will, and water teaches flow and change. To master this dance is to walk between worlds, balancing chaos and order. He stepped closer, eyes glowing with the fire of knowledge. Feel the earth's pulse beneath you. It is the heartbeat of all life. Do not crush it, but listen. The air breathes secrets. Carry your voice on its wings and hear the whispers of ancient skies. Fire is fierce and unforgiving. Let it fuel your courage but never blind you. Water is the eternal teacher of adaptation and depth. Learn to move like water, strong, fluid, unyielding. Gusion raised his voice in a chant, and elements swirled faster, weaving into a radiant tapestry of power. Dance with them, Lyra. Let the elements teach you. Not through control, but through respect. This is the first step to true power. The elements faded, replaced by a soft mist that drifted between the stones. Gusion's voice softened, taking on an ethereal quality. The language of spirits, he said, is the oldest language, spoken before words, before time. To hear it, you must quiet your mind and open your heart. Spirits are the keepers of wisdom beyond mortal grasp, those who have walked before you and those who will walk after. He reached out and a faint glow appeared, a shimmering form taking shape beside him. Do not fear them. They are not always what they seem. They may guide, warn, or test. To commune with spirits is to bridge worlds. You must listen with more than ears. Feel their presence in the pulse of the night, the rustle of leaves, and the silence between breaths. Gusion placed a hand over Lyra's chest. Let your spirits speak in silence and learn their language. It is a conversation of souls, a bond stronger than any spoken oath. As the mist cleared, Gusion's eyes hardened with resolve. The art of binding, he intoned, is the sacred craft of creating pacts and words, shields that protect and chains that empower. Binding is trust, but also vigilance. It demands precision and respect, for a binding broken is a wound that bleeds through worlds. He pulled from his cloak a thin, glowing thread, woven from starlight and shadow. With this thread you might bind a promise to your soul, or a word to your heart. The strength of a binding lies in the intention behind it, and the honesty of those who make it. A binding can hold chaos at bay, or trap a soul in eternal servitude. Gusion's voice grew softer, almost a whisper. Be wise with your binds. They are sacred cords that tie fate itself. Use them to protect what you cherish, but never to enslave what is free. Gusion stepped back, the golden lion's form shimmering and slowly fading into the stars. Now you know the first truth, he said, but this is only the beginning. To walk with me is to embrace both power and responsibility. Remember, knowledge is dangerous and knowing is suffering. But through this path you will become more than mortal. You will become legend. He looked deeply into Lyra's eyes. Say yes again, and your transformation begins. Say no, and you may walk away. But know this, you will always carry the seed of what you have glimpsed tonight. Choose wisely. In an ancient stone circle deep in a forgotten forest, under a starlit sky, Lyra stood before the mighty spirit Gusion. After the initial revelation and choice, Gusion begins teaching the sacred and secret magic of harmonizing with the elements. This chapter explores their first communion and the profound nature of elements' harmony, not control but balance. The night hung heavy with stars. They lit like shards of glass scattered across an endless velvet sky. The ancient stones of the circle stood like silent sentinels, worn by time and enigma, whispering secrets only the brave, dark, dared seek. Within the sacred ring stood Lyra, heart pounding in a vast silence. Breath of visible mist in the cold night air. Before Lyra emerged a figure as majestic as the night itself, tall, regal, with eyes glowing like twin fires, and the aura of a lion's might encased in ethereal flame. This was Gusion, the master of the keys, the seer who held the truth behind time's veil. You have spoken the word, Gusion's voice thundered, yet soft like a breeze. Yes is the first step through the door that divides the knows from the hidden. Around them the world seemed to pause, awaiting the first lesson. With a fluid motion, Gusion raised his hand. The air stirred, and from the earth beneath their feet rose a pulse, a deep, slow heartbeat of the world itself. The ground rippled and softened like living skin, moss and roots weaving through stone. Feel the earth breath, Gusion said. Earth is the foundation. She is strength, patience, and the root of all life. The master here is not to command, but to listen, to harmonize. Lyra knelt, fingers brushing the cold soil, feeling the steady rhythm beneath. The pulse was ancient, wise, and kind. From the east the wind began to swirl, a dance of air invisible yet alive. Leaves twirled in delicate spirals, and distant branches sang a subtle song. Air is the voice of freedom and thought, Gusion intoned. She carries secrets on the breath of the sky, whispers of what has been and promises of what may be. The wind tugged gently at Lyra's hair and robes, playful and alive. Gusion's eyes followed the currents. Then fire sparked, a flickering tongue of gold and crimson flames rising without consuming. It pulsed with raw will and fierce courage. Fire is the will to act, the spark that ignites change, Gusion declared. She is passion and destruction, the burning force that must be tempered by wisdom. Lyra felt the heat warm her skin, invitation to face fear and rise stronger. Finally, water shimmered, droplets hovering suspended like stars fallen to earth, the essence of flow, change, and depth. Water is the teacher of transformation, Gusion whispered. She flows through all, embracing and releasing, ever adapting without losing essence. Together, the four elements began to swirl and dance not of domination but of unity, each moving with purpose and respect. Too many seek to master and command the elements, to bend them to selfish will, Gusion said with a wry smile. But true mastery is harmony, the dance of elements. Earth grounds your spirit, air frees your mind, fire fuels your heart, water teaches your soul to flow. Lyra stood arms reaching to the swirling elements. As they spun, a new awareness blossomed. Balance was strength, not control. This dance, Gusion continued, is your first step into power. Learn to move with the rhythm of nature, not against it. Then you walk between worlds, a bridge of light and shadow. This is just a few pages from the book of Gusion. It is quite a large book, 383 pages, and it continues in different ways. This is just, as I've said, a little part from the book. It is a very beautiful book. It carries the wisdom of Gusion. As I've said, he is a celestial lion, very brave. Gusion is very brave. It's said that wherever he goes, he's the first. He's a protector because he knows a lot of secrets, and he's very powerful, and he holds all the keys, meaning that he can answer all questions and give guidance and help to all questions, to all desires. No, and the book is found on Amazon. If you want to buy it, you have it for yourself and read it at your own ease at home. I invite you to do so. As I've said, on Amazon you can check the description box here. You have a link to the book, or you can check on Amazon when you spell inside or write inside Gusion or my name, Anaïs Giulia. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, bye.